This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
We raise the bar on bar food with sandwiches, tenders, and
burgers.
There's more where this came from. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
BNC has been here for over 25 years.
We're still a community bank that's there for you.
When you come in with your business plan, your vision, your idea, we can make it a reality.
I love seeing projects come alive for our clients.
We're real people helping real people.
We know you, and we're always happy to see you.
We build relationships.
You're part of the BNC family.
We are part of the community.
It's what we're built on.
Yours truly, BNC.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zzz, zzz?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance? If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
With 26 flavors, got a sauce for every squad. Don't drip on the drip. It's the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
Thanks for buying some room.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment, for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, talk to State Farm agent Michael Lebron in Minot today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Carson, timeout.
Who calls a timeout in this game?
Me, I'm icing the kicker.
Really?
It'll give us more time to talk about First Western Bank and Trust.
Like our convenient online banking.
Along with smart trust service options.
We're all about hometown service with bankers that know you and the community.
Okay, go ahead and kick.
I don't believe this.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
We raise the bar on bar food with sandwiches, tenders, and there's more where this came from. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and SIPC. Investment advice offered through GWM Advisors, LLC, doing business as Goss Advisors, a registered investment advisor. GWM Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
We raise the bar on bar food with sandwiches, tenders, and there's more where this came from. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day. The Scotty K Show, presented by Spicy Pie. Let's go live to the pie for the Scotty K Show. Here's Scotty K.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Spicy Pie. It's the Scotty K Show on this first Wednesday in April. Kind of windy out there, but the weather seems to be a-changing. We're looking for some better temperatures this coming weekend, and looking at the long-term forecast, looks like we're going to be able to get out and at least do some outdoor activities over the next couple of weeks, and then by then, hopefully everything cooperates and we can get back out and do a lot of things outside. Hey, before we get started with our first guest here, I want to tell you that the pizza of the month here at Spicy Pie this month is the honey mustard chicken. It's chicken, tomatoes, bacon, and honey mustard on top. Take that in. Also, they have an all-day special, 2 jumbo one-topping slices and a fountain pop or a Busch Light for just $6.98. And we also do want to let you know that with May just around the corner and summer just around the corner, the Taco and Tunes, their annual Thursday night event in the summertime here at Spicy Pie, will be starting that first week in May, weather permitting, and we'll tell you a little bit more about some of those acts that will be coming in as we get later into the month of April. Later on in our show, we're going to talk a little Nodak racing as Brandon Beater will join me. They open up the first part of May. Also, Pete Stenberg, the head baseball coach at Minot High, will join me to talk about the boys' baseball program that got underway this past weekend. And we'll play at home again tomorrow, weather permitting, against Bismarck Century. And also, Drew Hischelin, the head boys track and field coach for Minot High, will join us. They haven't done an outdoor meet yet. They got one coming up here in the Magic City, but they've had a couple of indoors, and we'll talk to him about the start for them. But our first guest tonight from the Minot Parks and Recreation is Ann Nesheim. And Ann, with the coming of spring, I guess most of the winter activities have wrapped up, but you're gearing up and you're excited to announce that brochures or magazines, whatever you want to call them, are about ready to go out. You got them back today. We had a couple in front of us. It explains exactly what everything is going to be involved in the summer programs at Minot Park District. And this is going to go out and probably will every kid in the school system will probably be able to look at one of these because with the cooperation that you have with the school district, these will be going out very soon, won't they?
We're hoping to get them out Monday or Tuesday this week. We just got them back today, like you said. We just got to get them all organized and ready to go out to the schools. But Monday or Tuesday, before Easter for sure, your kids should be bringing them home from school. So be on the lookout for that.
Okay, and they're going to be they will be available through the school system. You also can get them at the Minot Recreation office. Also. When you get a chance, you'll have it up online at one time or another. So if you don't get to see one from your kid bringing it home from school, there's all kinds of additional ways to find it.
Yeah, we will have everything we have on minotparks.com. You'll be able to find the brochure that you can go through, all our programs, and that's where all our sign up. There'll be a link to sign up on there too.
Okay, and you can sign up online. Registration is online for any of your spring and summer programs, right?
Yes, the only thing you don't have to register for is our track program, and we will have a spring and summer track program, and that starts the first Monday of May. So that's kind of the first event besides our golf course opening this week. Souris Valley Golf Course opened this week, but our first kind of kids program will be our spring track meets that start in May.
Okay, and the thing about it is with and I've talked to you before on this. With the Parks and Recreation going together, there's a lot of things that are going on as we get to the spring and the snow leaves. You guys, all kinds of programs, and let's talk youth programs first. There's all kinds of programs to keep the kiddos involved during the spring and summer, isn't there?
There sure is. In fact, we're just finishing up our very first 4th, 5th, and 6th grade archery program. We have a little archery range now at the auditorium. We're going to take a week off. We're going to take next week off, and then we've got a second session starting up the 19th of April, and there's still a few spots left in that. So if you're 4th, 5th, and 6th grader want to sign up for archery, you can go online and sign up for that.
All right, now I want to talk a little bit about the spring track and summer Olympics. The spring track will run during the month of May, and then your summer Olympics in the month of June, and that is every week, one night a week, right?
Yes, every week, and all the dates again will be online and in the brochure. But it starts first Monday in May, the 2nd, and the meets in May are at 6:30. And we're excited, too. You're going to talk to Drew Hishlin later, but his boys' track team helps us out with all our track meets during the year. So it's kind of fun. The high school kids get out and help the younger kids with track.
And you're talking on the spring track and summer Olympics, there's no registration. You can just show up the day of.
Yeah, you can show up for one. You can show up for all of them. Every kid in every race gets a ribbon. So it's just a real laid-back kind of atmosphere. You just show up, you listen for the events you want to do, you come down and run them when they're called, and then the kids get a ribbon, and we just keep it moving, and like I said, real laid-back, but a lot of fun for the kids.
Okay, and the spring track program is for grade 3 through 6. The Summer Olympics is ages 6 through 14, right?
Yes, correct.
And it's all kinds of different events. You don't have to run. You can run in any event you want to run into, right?
Yeah, the spring track meets are just running events, and then the Summer Olympics, we also have the softball throw and the long jump.
Okay, and that's held Dwayne Carlson Stadium?
Dwayne Carlson Stadium, 6:30, all spring and summer.
Then your youth baseball and softball. I know you're taking registration for that, and that'll run from June 13th through August 4th. Kind of give us an idea of how that's going to run, because you've got t-ball, you've got softball, you've got pee-wee baseball, softball, baseball. I mean, you got all kinds of different levels for different kids.
Yeah, we've got t-ball starts after you've completed a year kindergarten, and you can sign up either individually, or if you have a group of kids that want to be on a team and you have a coach, you can sign up as a team. And we will put that all together for you, and then get coaches organized and get the teams organized, and we'll start in June.
And the registration is online. You can do it right online as an individual or also as a team, right?
Right. Yep. You just go online. If you haven't already, you'll go online and you'll see that you can set up a household for your family. And anything you do through the Minot Park District, you can sign up through your household online.
Okay, and again, this is for anybody kindergarten, probably through 12th grade. I mean, you got all kinds of different youth programs in both baseball and softball.
Yes, and also it's kind of exciting this year. We have partnered with the Magic City Girls Fast Pitch. So the existing Magic City Girls Fast Pitch is now Minot Parks Girls Fast Pitch. So the recreation portion of Girls Fast Pitch will be run through the Park District this year.
Okay, and again, just to take note that the registration deadline on that is May 11th, so you still got a lot of time to do that. June 13th through August 4th is when the actual event will start. That's not all. You got some tennis coming up, too, and it looks like you got a lot of things that are going to be going on.
Yeah, we've also got a lot of tennis classes. We've got art classes. We've got fitness gym classes. And just a side note, like all of our kids' things are $15 to sign up for,
Right.
so they're very reasonable priced. And we do also have a no questions asked scholarship. All you have to do is fill out a little form, and no questions asked scholarships available for any of our programs throughout the Park District.
And again, on the youth tennis, that's for anybody. That's for first graders all the way through 8th, 9th, 10th graders. It's for everybody, right?
It's for everybody, yep. Grade
Okay.
school especially, yep.
Okay, yeah, and that's how we get people involved in that. You've got youth golf lessons that I would think that you're running through the Service Valley Golf Course this summer as well.
Yep, Steve will be doing some kids golf lessons, also adult golf lessons too.
Okay, and again, remember, all this can be done online, and it's just a really good way to get your kids involved. Again, all this is available through the website. Again, your kids, if they are Minot Public School patrons, will probably be receiving a brochure or a magazine through the district. So take a look at that and pick out whatever you want to do. That's for the youth, and there's a lot of things you do for the youth, but you have to take care of the adults as well, don't you, Ann?
For sure. Right now, just this week, we've started up our spring volleyball program. Our softball program we're taking registrations for right now. That'll start the beginning of May. We'll also have sand volleyball. I guess I didn't mention that for the youth, but we'll have adult and youth sand volleyball at South Hill Complex this summer too. And we added that a couple of years ago.
Okay, and the thing about it is that, we talked a lot about this, and I remember back in the days with recreation, it was pretty much you had this and you had that, and there's so much more for kids to get involved in and adults to get involved in this day and age than it was. You talk about your archery program, you got arts programs, you got the old the standbys with softball and baseball and that sort of thing. You're always trying to develop what the public is trying to tell you what they need.
Absolutely. That is exactly what we're trying to do. We're trying to grow every year. We're trying to listen to what people tell us what they want. We've got 5 different movies in the park. We've got a 4th of July festival. Slamabama is going to play a concert in the park on June 24th. We've got all kinds of things going on. We've got at the pool, the swim club offers swimming lessons for the kids. We've also got an adult Zumba class that we're going to offer, Aqua Zumba. There's so many different things. You really need to go and look through this book, look online, and people that say there's not a lot to do here, I challenge you to look through this book.
I'll take an exception to that.
Yeah, I challenge you to look through this book, and you will find something that interests you. I guarantee it.
You brought up swimming pools. Any kind of idea of when you can open those up? Is it going to depend on weather, that sort of thing? I would think it's probably going to be after school is out.
Yep, our plan is to open them up around June 1st.
Okay.
So.
Okay. And that will include the Roosevelt Park Zoo and your splash pads that you have at 3 different locations, or 2 different locations around the city.
Yep.
I think a lot of people, I know about it because I live down in that area, Oak Park, but you got to remember you get the Radio City splash pad as well.
Yes. We've got one on the south side of town at Radio City. We've got one at Oak Park. And like you said, we've got the Roosevelt Park pool. Also, the zoo's open
exactly.
All winter, but the hours are going to increase here pretty quick. We've got new tiger cubs, all kinds of exciting stuff happening at the zoo too. So.
I'll tell you what, it's amazing what is happening, because I drive by the splash pad, and I was back when I was growing up, it was the Oak Park pool, and boy, it's just amazing how many kids you see there in the summertime that take advantage of that. And I know when it was built after the flood that people said, nobody's going to go to splash pads, but that thing has hundreds of kids in there at one time. It's just great to see.
Oh, yeah,
that going on.
Those are super popular, especially because they're connected to parks. And so you can go to the park, you can have a birthday party, then you can go to the splash pad. There's all kinds of stuff to do.
And we shouldn't forget about the other things that the Minot Park and Recreations involves themselves in. You talked about the movies in the park, but we talk about, the parks, the playgrounds, the nature trails, the fishing piers that you guys have. A lot of people don't understand what we have in the Minot area for Parks and Recreation. It's unbelievable what they've done over the years.
Yeah, and like you said, we're increasing our things all the time. We started renting kayaks last year. I believe we're going to have some life jacket rentals this year. We're trying to encourage people to go in the water around town. There's different places you can drop kayaks in. We also have a Marnot Parks app that you can download. You can see where all the parks are. You can see what's going on. So I encourage everybody to go online and download that Minot Parks app too.
And I want to ask you a question because I know you started something this winter out at the Service Valley Golf Course where you had the
inner tubes. Yeah.
How did that go? I drive by there and there's a lot of cars out there. Did that go over pretty well?
That went over really well. On the weekends we had our clubhouse open and we rented inner tubes out of there that were donated by the Rotary Club, and that went over great. So we'll continue to do that. We also had snowshoes and cross-country ski rentals. We had our skating rinks. We just got all kinds of stuff all year round, and we're just trying to add more and more all the time. So if anyone has any ideas, we're happy to take ideas.
Hey, we can't forget about the pets. You also have a dog park that you guys have as well.
Yeah, we have a really nice dog park that is right by our awesome baseball fields over at Hoven Park. So right south of Hoven baseball fields, which is also north of our Service Valley Golf Course. We have an awesome dog park there.
And then we can't forget about Wee Links either.
Yep. I know. Wee Links should be in great shape this year. Wee Links is our youth golf course, which is right north and east of Service Valley Golf Course, and
my grandkids love it.
It's been completely redone. It's very challenging. It's going to make a lot of good little golfers around town. So.
Hey, and again, another thing that the parks, I guess, if you're looking to have a family gathering, or if you want to rent a shelter for a birthday party or a special event, you can do that through the Minot Parks as well.
Yes, you can just call the office and make reservations or go online. You can see what's available and rent shelters all summer long. I do also want to mention that we added two golf simulators this year upstairs at the auditorium. We're going to staff those as much as we can, even through the summer. If we have some rainy days and you want to go inside and play golf, if you're missing it and you can't go outside, we should have that golf simulator available periodically throughout the summer too.
And I know the golf course, Service Valley, opened up this past Friday or this past weekend. I know you got a chance to get out there and play around. I understand, talking with Mike Crest, your greenskeeper, and I ran into Steve Kotzik at the store the other day. Looks like it is in pretty good shape. It's going to take some time for it to green up, but I understand it's in pretty good shape.
Oh, it's in awesome shape. We opened Monday. We had a huge day on Monday, and we've had people ever since. But the course, it's a beautiful course. It's always beautiful, but it looks to be in some of the best shape it's been in a long time.
All right, I'll have to have you take me out there so you can beat me again.
Be happy to.
Hey, I just want to remind you that this brochure that's coming out, they just got it in the office today. It's the spring and summer guide for Minot Parks and Recreation. Again, kids in the school district should be receiving that one through the cooperation of the Minot Public School District. If you don't have one, you can pick them up at or you can pick them, or you'll be able to they'll be available on the website, Website is what? MinotParks.com?
MinotParks.com, and anything you want to do, you can go on there. Otherwise, you can call our office, too. We're located in the auditorium. You can stop by. You can call us. We can answer any questions you might have.
And I want to ask you, you and I have had that conversation before. You know, the Parks and Recreation used to be kind of separate, with one being with the city and one for the just with the parks. This has been, and we've talked about it, and I've asked you this question. I've asked Scott Collins this question before. This was just a fabulous marriage, wasn't it?
Oh, it's been 3 years now. I can't believe it's been 3 years.
It doesn't seem like it's been that long.
They've gone by so fast. I can't say enough good things about the combination, about all the good people that work for the Park District, and it's been great, and we're trying to be as progressive as we can. We're trying to add new things, and it's an awesome combination.
All right, Ann, thanks a lot. Again, if you want any information, all that registration for all those youth programs are online. And again, if you need more information, you can call the rec office, or you can stop on down there. They're friendly people, and they'll take care of any needs you have. And really, I want to throw it out to anybody that has youth that are new to the community and they're looking for things for their child to do this summer. stop on by and take a look at what Minot has to offer as far as youth activities.
Yeah, we've got awesome activities. We've got awesome parks, trails, all of it, golf courses, and we're just excited for people to see it.
And one other thing, I know if there's somebody out there that's looking for a summertime job, maybe doing some scorekeeping or umpiring on the youth programs, you're taking those people too, aren't you?
That's a great point. We are always looking for people to work starting at 14 years old. We have scorekeepers and all the way up through looking for adult umpires, volleyball referees, anything you want to do, working in the parks, horticulture, forestry, anything. Just let us know. The jobs are listed online, but if you have any questions, just call the office again.
All right, Ann, thanks a lot for stopping up here tonight. And, if you have any information you need to get out, make sure you get a hold of me.
Okay, sounds good. I appreciate it. Thanks, Scott.
All right, that's Ann Nesheim from the Minot Parks District. We're going to take a break here on the Scotty K Show live from the Spicy Pie. We got track to talk. We got baseball to talk. We're even talk a little racing a little later on in our show. It's the Spicy Pie Show, the Scotty K Show live from the Spicy Pie on this Wednesday night. We're back right after this timeout.
Only stop for the best in pizza, grinders, wings, tacos, flatbreads, and even desserts. They offer several specials throughout the week, including their 2 pizza slice special, 2 jumbo 1-topping slices and a beverage for just $6.98 plus tax, and a 1-topping 18-inch pie for just $14. And if you're looking for a place to watch your favorite sports teams, Spicy Pie is the place with lots of TVs to watch the game. Dine-in, takeout, and delivery available and kid-friendly. And if you are looking to make some extra money, Spicy Pie is looking for some great personalities to join their team. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
With 26 flavors, got a sauce for every squad. Don't drip on the drip. It's the greatest of all times. Buffalo Wild Wings.
You remember where this goes?
I don't know.
Are you sure it was a clicking and not a zoom, zoom?
I think your quash litter valve's stuck.
Do you even have insurance?
If we soak it, it should be good.
No matter how much you know or don't know about your vehicle, trust the experts at Tires Plus. Real answers from real mechanics.
Inspections are free to ensure your vehicle is always in peak condition.
Thinking service? Think Tires Plus.
The magic of what we do really comes down to combining different aspects of patient care. Here at Premier Chiropractic, we love combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Looking for a great place to take the family before or after the game? Choose Spicy Pie. They offer a wide variety of menu items: pizza, grinders, wings, tacos, flatbread, and even desserts. Enjoy their 2 pizza slice special, 2 jumbo 1-topping slices, and a beverage for just $6.98 plus tax. Join them for Taco Thursday with discounts on all Mexican items and $1.50 tacos. And don't forget White Sauce Wednesdays with the first 10 dine-in or carry-out orders with a whole pie. Get a free bottle of white grinder sauce. Dine-in, takeout, and delivery. Kid-friendly. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
And now back to the Spicy Pie for the Scotty K Show.
Well, welcome back here to the Spicy Pie again on this Wednesday night. We're live here from the Spicy Pie with the Scotty K Show. Again, want to remind you of the April pizza of the month here at Spicy Pie, the honey mustard chicken, bacon, tomatoes, and honey mustard on top. You also can get the all-day special, 2 jumbo 1-topping slices and a fountain pop or a Busch Light for $6.98. And remember, coming in May, the patio will open will open up again here at Spicy Pie. And Tacos and Tunes, which is held every Thursday throughout the summer months, will be starting in May, and we'll talk about some of the acts that will be coming in for that sometime later in April. Our next guest on the Scotty K Show is Drew Hischlin, the head boys track and field coach at Minot High. Welcome to the show, Drew, and you've had a couple of indoor meets so far. You hopefully you're going to get outdoor, and I'm crossing my fingers. I looked at the forecast. You got the Minot Early Bird coming up this Saturday. Looks like Mother Nature is maybe going to cooperate with us.
Yeah, things are looking pretty nice for Saturday. Right now it has a high 61s. Hopefully we'll be up there in the mid-50s all day, and there'll be some good performances if we can keep that.
Hey, who do you got coming in for this meet?
This meet we have Bismarck High, Legacy's coming up, St. Mary's, and Mandan. So we got 5 teams coming up.
All right, and this is both a boys and a girls varsity JV, right?
Yep.
Okay, and that starts what time? Field events start at noon?
We start at noon, field 1:30 running.
Okay, let's talk about your start to the season. You finished 6th at the State Indoor down in Fargo a week ago. Century, Bismarck, and Legacy finished 1, 2, 3. We're going to talk a little bit about what you're looking at, but you had some pretty good individual efforts down there at the State Indoor, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. AB, Anthony Brown, was a real nice surprise. He PR'd by over 3 feet in that 42.5, which placed some 10th in school history in the event. And that was just an awesome improvement and an awesome win for him. As the season moves on, it's going to take bigger distances. And that event was overall really good. I mean, at this point, we already have 5 kids over 40 feet, and I think we'll add more to that in the triple jumps. We're really happy there.
Well, you look at it, Brown wins it with a 42.5, and then you had 2 other kids finish in the top 7 in Breck Thompson at 3rd and Zach Brown at 7th. So a good start there, and I agree with you. Once you get outdoors and you get deeper into the season, those yardages are going to have to go up. Right.
Yeah, and in that event, we're really happy. I mean, we had, early in the year, we try to keep kids healthy. Divine Oakhorn, we sat him out the event. He just had a small soreness in his quad, and he actually returns our best mark in the triple jump. And then Jalen Martinez. With the basketball guys, that first week, we don't like to throw them in a meet. We've had kids get hurt early, so we left those guys at home. Martinez is there. Grayson Schaefer was putting triple jumps out there, so honestly, I've coached the jumps for a long time. I've never had that many good triple jumpers on the same team.
Well, and speaking of jumpers, you got a pretty good pole vaulter. Keaton Reinke, Jason's son, who he's worked with for many years. He's been on the track coaching staff for a while. Wins the pole vault, the state indoor pole vault with a jump of 14 feet. You're looking for big things out of him, aren't you?
Yeah, 13 feet was the actual mark. Hopefully it becomes 14 feet.
13. Okay, I just made a mistype.
Yeah, I mean, definitely he's one of the guys who's a top returner. I think it's him and the kid from Legacy. Both are returning with 13-foot vaults. So, I mean, he's high up on that list, and Coach Reinke's had him up there all summer. They've been pole vaulting, and it means a lot to him. And and hopefully can just keep that mark going up. Right now, actually, they sit, I believe that there's a big tie for 9th, and Jason and Keaton are both on that list. And once he goes up to 13-3, if you got 13-3 at the state indoor, the old man's off
out?
the top 10 list for the school.
Yeah, let's hope that happens too. Hey, and then you also had another championship. Your 4x800 relay team won the state indoor. Oscar Holtz, Grant Schaefer, Ben Harris, and Josh Hagstead. And again, this is going to be developing as you go through the season.
Yeah, obviously that that 8:43 time, that's going to have to become faster, once we get outdoors. And right now, I mean, the distance events, watching the distance events at the state meet last year was just incredible.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we had a kid in Jarvis, he broke the school record and he took 5th. So we do know that time's going to have to be fast, but we have a real nice crew there on the 4x8 team, and I'd say in terms of depth, I mean, we're better than we've ever been for depth over there with Gehring and his distance runners.
All right, and then you participated in the Thrivent meet out in Williston a couple of days ago. You won the meet team-wise. Not a lot of the big names were there, but still, just a chance to get your kids out there and get them a smell as we head to the outdoor season, Drew.
Yeah, I think we were really happy with where we finished. Last year we went down to that meet, and actually Williston and Dickinson scored more points than us, so it was nice. I told the kids, really in the regular season we're trying to do things tactically. We're not necessarily trying to win meets, but the fact that we went out and won both the JV and varsity, divisions by a significant margin was a huge step. And overall, I mean, there was a lot of things that we were happy with. Obviously, some of those performances in the jumps, and winning events, was really good. And we had a lot of our distance was very good. We know that we're going to be strong in the distance events with kids like Schaefer and kind of our freshman phenom, Ben Harris and Oscar Holtz, Josh Hegstad, Carson Wistison. We knew we were going to be strong there. But Coach Hendershot was really happy with the amount of kids in our 4x2s that we had running under 25 seconds. I believe at this point, counting splits and counting opens, we have around 14 kids who ran under 25 on an indoor track. So we were happy with our depth there too.
Drew, you talk about depth. Are you happy with the turnout you had this year? Do you have more kids involved this year than you've had in the past?
Yeah, our numbers are fantastic. Actually, we're at 140 kids right now. I'm guessing, we get a month from now, it likely won't stay at 140.
No,
but
I know.
Our numbers are fantastic, and I think, it's especially some of our other coaches, with Coach Winchesky in basketball and Hendershot with football, they've done a good job encouraging kids to come out for the track team, and that's helped us immensely. And I think Coach Kennedy, Coach Mark Kennedy, he's over at Central Campus, and he's been roaming the halls and trying to get kids excited for track, and he's managed to get a lot of kids into our program as well.
As you look to the outdoor season, Drew, and I know it was a tough year last year, and you didn't, you had some individual great efforts, that sort of thing, but I think in talking with you and talking with some of your other coaches, you are expecting that you guys may not be in the mix to win a state title team-wise, but you got some individuals that could really do some things this year.
Yeah, I mean, the way things are presently situated, I mean, those 3 Bismarck schools for a long time have been sitting 1, 2, 3. I mean, we're going to be hopeful. I mean, we're just going to get better and control the things that we can. But we definitely want to be a team this year that gets a trophy at state, and is competitive on that highest level.
And the other thing that deals with it, and it's any sport, I don't care if it's football, basketball, baseball, I'm going to talk to Pete Stenberg here in a bit, but injuries play a big part too, and you never know what might happen. You got to stay as healthy as you can and hopefully have them as healthy as you can by the middle of May.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one thing. Last year when we got towards the end of April and we started increasing our intensity in our workouts, as well as the meets. Unfortunately, like Michael Ross, Cam Foley, we had a couple of our studs they were still able to finish the season, but a couple of injuries that probably held some individuals back from what they could be. So definitely we talk about happy and healthy as a goal. And if we've been talking to the kids this week, if you can manage to show up, give a great effort every day, and take care of your bodies and do things properly and communicate with the coaches, if you can make it through everything and be healthy, you're going to get better.
I got to ask you a question. Now that you moved to the outdoor season, and we're still in North Dakota, and we know what kind of cool weather we have, do you back off a little bit in the early part of the outdoor season because you don't want that kid to go out with a hamstring pull because of the weather, that sort of thing? Is it kind of you start slow and you try to ease them, and by the time the year is over, then you've got them ready to go?
Well, I mean, in terms of selling our program, we've really tried to sell with our sprinters that we're going to make them faster, and we're going to hand over an athlete to the football team that's faster. We're going to hand over a faster basketball player who can leap better. So, I mean, really, actually, we're running 40s the whole off season, and we're running flying 10s. We try to get them going fast. I guess the bigger step is what we're doing now is we're getting more particular. We're lengthening them out as we can get outside.
Okay.
We'll kind of, I guess we have a meet Thursday next week. Next week we'll tone it down a little bit and hopefully get them healthy before our last stretch of hard training before we get into the championship.
Well, and the thing about it is you do get a break with the Easter break coming up too after the next couple of meets and that sort of thing. But it's great what's going on. I think it's just super. You have 140 plus kids out for track, and I know that number might go down before the end of the year, but it's good to see kids wanting to get involved in the track and field program at Minot High.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Drew, again, boys and girls, early bird on Saturday, field events at noon, 1:30 running events, and then you come right back again next week with your boys invitational, right?
Yeah, Thursday we host another home meet, 2 o'clock field, 3 o'clock running. Hopefully that weather, hopefully it cooperates. It looks like right now we got a lot of 40s, highs in the 40s early in the week, but I guess that weekend we have it in the 50s, so hopefully that weather will come a little bit early.
All right. Hey, Drew, thanks a lot, and we'll try to get together sometime before the state meet or the regional meet later on this month into the first part of May.
Sounds great.
All right. That's Drew Hischlin, the head track and field coach for boys at Minot High. We'll come back. We'll talk baseball. Minot High baseball coach Pete Stenberg will join me here on the Spicy Pie Show.
Several specials throughout the week, including their 2 pizza slice special, 2 jumbo 1-topping slices and a beverage for just $6.98 plus tax, and a 1-topping
combining soft tissue work, the adjustment, and exercises together. We found that this gets the best results for our patients. We have 3 chiropractors to fit the needs of the entire family, a rehab area for our exercises and equipment for any athlete to improve performance. Give us a call and we will get you back to doing what you love.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics. Vibetta Orthodontics is a certified Invisalign provider. Invisalign fits your budget and your lifestyle. Braces for children, teens, and adults with affordable monthly payments. Schedule your complimentary consultation and exam by logging on to VibettaOrthodontics.com or by calling 701-839-6010.
Great smiles come from Vibetta Orthodontics.
Looking for a great place to take the family before or after the game? Choose Spicy Pie. They offer a wide variety of menu items: pizza, grinders, wings, tacos, flatbread, and even desserts. Enjoy their 2 pizza slice special, 2 jumbo 1-topping slices, and a beverage for just $6.98 plus tax. Join them for Taco Thursday with discounts on all Mexican items and $1.50 tacos. And don't forget White Sauce Wednesdays with the first 10 dine-in or carry-out orders with a whole pie. Get a free bottle of white grinder sauce. Dine-in, takeout, and delivery. Kid-friendly. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
And now back to the Spicy Pie for the Scotty K Show.
Well, welcome back here again to the Spicy Pie, the Scotty K Show on this Wednesday night. Just a reminder, we will take this through the second week of May. We'll take the Scotty K Show through that, and we promise you that down the road we will have some more or local and area schools represented with spring sports, be it golf, be it baseball, be it softball, be it soccer. Just got to pick and choose every week just so I don't get too many guests. I also want to remind you that here at the Spicy Pie, the chicken of the month is the honey mustard chicken, bacon, tomatoes, and honey mustard on the top. And again, tacos and tunes every Thursday night. Coming back to the patio at the Spicy Pie, coming back in May. My next guest on the Scotty K Show here is Pete Stenberg, the head boys baseball coach at Minot High. His team off to, I guess they've gotten 4 games in anyway, a couple, 3 at home last week, and then on the road last night at Williston. They are currently 1-3. They lost to Grand Forks Red River to start the season last Friday at home, and then beat Grand Forks Central in extra innings on Saturday, and then lost a non-conference game yesterday in Williston. They got Century coming up tomorrow. Pete Stenberg joins me. Okay, 1-3. You'd like to be 4-0, Pete, but it's early in the year. You've played with some weather, that sort of thing, and you knew it was going to be some growing pains for your baseball team to start the year.
Yeah, we had quite a few seniors that we lost last year. Did a nice job of leadership for us last year, but now we are returning 4 starters from last year. Actually, Hunter Rosiska, who is currently out with getting close to wrapping up a knee injury that he had happened during a football game this fall for the Magicians, and so now we have Morgan Nygaard, who's a junior, middle infielder pitcher, Tyler Buchanan, third baseman and a pitcher for us, and then we have a freshman coming back for us, and Kellen Burke, who's a catcher outfielder for us. So we're looking for some guys to fill in some positions from last year, and it's early so far. We've been doing a lot of predetermined pitch or innings for pitchers. One will throw 3, and then we'll go 2-2 for the 7-inning ball game, and come back and do the same thing for the next one. So we're not really trying to worry about the wins and losses. We're trying to get guys experience and see who's going to be setting the pitching lineup for us for the next 4 or 8 games of conference play coming up between next week and the following week.
Pete, when you look at it, I look at your roster, and you've got like 7 or 8 kids that are listed as pitchers, and they play other places, but it's develop them right now. It's not about the wins and losses right now. It's to get them some work out on the mound, not work them too hard, and find out who you got and who you don't got, because you want them to be ready by the end of May.
That's exactly it. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint, so we have to be ready to go come the last weekend in May for the WDA tournament, and then the top 4 teams out of the WDA move on to state for that first weekend in June. And so there's going to be a lot of tinkering with lineups, trying to get kids to play multiple places possibly. Also making sure that we save our arms and we're not injuring anybody, just making sure that they're ready to pitch come the end of the season. So the WDA is a dogfight every year. It's that way in almost every sport that we have in the WDA. So what we do now, sure, you'd like to be 4-0, but you look for the end target, and that's the tournament play.
And I know you're still analyzing it and taking a look at your pitchers, but do you like your pitching staff as it stands right now, do you think you have kids out there that you're going to be able to rely on each and every day you go out there?
Yeah, that's been one of our strong points so far this season. We've gone out and we've had our kids that have been able to throw the predetermined amount of innings. We haven't had to make any adjustments or relief pitchers come in due to not having their control out on the mound or having trouble throwing strikes. And so we've seen that as a strong point so far this year. And we've thrown 11 kids so far in 4 games. So we're getting to see a lot of arms. And some of them have worked themselves into jams. And for the most part, they've been able to work themselves out of jams. Runners in scoring position and 1 down or less than 1 down. And possibly just give up 1 or 2 runs, which is real good for this time of the year. And then we've also had some bases loaded jams where they haven't given up any runs. So that's what we want. We want to see what their composure is going to be like out on the mound. How are they going to handle a little bit of adversity, and then see what type of competitiveness they have to try shutting down some of those sticky situations.
All right, pitching's a big part of baseball, but also offense is too. Where are you at right there? I would think that you're looking for improvement there.
Yeah, we're not swinging bats real well right now. I think we're stressing a lot. We're trying to hit the ball out of the ballpark. I think we just need to get down to the basics and drive the balls from gap to gap. Your home runs and so forth will come, but you got to start squaring up some baseballs first before you do that. And like I said, we only have 3 guys that are back in the lineup right now, returning from last year. So it's a different set of pitchers that we're facing, going from junior varsity last year to varsity this year. And so they haven't been able to see a lot of that type of talent. And so there's adjustments, and we've gotten better every time that we stepped out on the field offensively also. So that's our goal. Did you get better today than you were yesterday? And we've been able to say that every time we stepped out on the field so far. So
well, Pete, when I played the game, be it baseball or my slow pitch softball after my years, the only reason I played was because I could play a little defense. And defense is a big part. I mean, that's one of the 3 things you need to be successful in baseball, softball, whatever, on
that's
any
correct.
level.
Absolutely. A prime example of that would have been probably Coach Winchesky's basketball team this year. They hung their hat on playing solid defense, and they had a lot of teams that were frustrated after watching that, and that's what we want to be able to do too. We want our kids to be able to go out and make the routine plays, make the routine throws. If you happen to make a diving catch or stop a ball going up the hole, that's icing on the cake. We just want to be able to make the routine ones where we should get the outs, and if we get some of those ESPN highlight reels every once in a while, that's extra stuff. So.
All right, you really get into action now starting tomorrow, a doubleheader, weather permitting, against Bismarck Century to open up the WDA, and then you're out off the Dickinson before the Easter break. Dickinson expected by the coaches poll to win it. These are going to be huge games for you as far as kind of giving you guys an idea of where you stand with everybody else in the conference.
Yep, that's correct. Century and Dickinson, they're going to be solid baseball teams for us this year. We got to step out on the field and see how we're going to compete. How are we going to go toe-to-toe with them for every pitch and every at-bat, or are we going to kind of look at them in awe? And I have a feeling we're going to go toe-to-toe with them every at-bat and every pitch. So it's a dogfight, like I said already, and you don't want to lose to a WDA opponent, but we want them to learn from those situations too, and we want to see if they can compete. We'll be able to have a chance to come back and get somebody at the WDA tournament later on, but seeing those 2 teams early is going to kind of show us where we belong in the WDA.
Pete, again, they're not, and again, I know they're not do-or-die situations. And both of those games against Century tomorrow are conference games, so they'll be 7-inning games, right?
Correct. All of our conference doubleheaders are 2 7s, both counters.
Okay.
And then actually our non-conference games are also 2 7s too. We used to play a 7 and 5 with only the 7-inning ball game counting, but when we added a couple of schools into the WDA when Watford City came in, we just weren't able to have home and away for everybody. And so now we play everybody one conference double, and then we get about 6 extra non-conference doubles. Okay. So that puts us up to our game limit of 37 through the end of the state tournament. So.
Hey, let's go back to Hunter for a little bit, because I know you had that serious knee injury back in the fall. I was surprised to hear that he was taking some BP and some things on baseball. Do you think? And I would think that you're going to kind of be slow with him, but do you think he's going to be able to play before the end of this season?
The way Hunter works, he's put himself ahead of the head of the recovery projection that the doctors had planned out. He goes back for another checkup on April 12th, next Monday. He's going to be getting fitted for a knee brace and so forth with that, and we're hoping all the best for him.
I am too.
He's not afraid to work, and he's done that with his rehabilitation, and he's looked very solid on the field. He's fielding ground balls, taking cuts, running bases, and so forth. And for a guy that had to have surgery last fall, watching him run around now, he's doesn't look like he's missing too much from his football speed. So we're excited to hopefully get him back, and if we don't get him back on the 12th, then we'll start looking for May 1.
Right.
But anytime we can get an athlete like Hunter Rizilka on the field, it's a bonus to your team. Good leader, and he puts forth 100% with all his effort.
One last question for you, and I know it's early in the season, but going into it, when we get down to the end of May and we get the WDA to regions in the state tournament, you think this Minot High team can compete with the best, don't you?
Absolutely. Our kids are working hard. They're working hard at improving. They're putting in. This morning we had 6:30 a.m. weightlifting. We got back from Williston last night about 11:30, and so they're dedicating themselves to put the time in, and that's what you have to do. You have to commit to it, and you have to compete day in and day out, and I'm looking forward to us playing in that tournament and showing what we really have.
All right, Pete, tomorrow against Century again, first game 4:30, and then a half hour after that one. Hopefully Mother Nature cooperates with us and gives us at least decent spring weather.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. We don't have a lot of time for makeups.
Exactly.
Our home field, Corbett Field, has the Minot State Beavers, Bishop Ryan. This year we added South Prairie into the mix along with Minot High. And then to find an open weekend or open date that corresponds with your opponents that you got to get in and find an open date, it's pretty tough. I remember a day back when we only used to have Corbett Field and the two wings on the side of the field. We didn't used to have Jack Hoven for places for our JV to play, and so we're real fortunate now, but it's Minot could definitely use a few more fields already. We're doing a great job with that, but you always could use more.
Yeah, and I lied to you. One last question. You like numbers? Do you like the numbers that are out, not just on the varsity level, but throughout your program?
Yeah, we're carrying 3 teams of 16, and we also have 5 extra doubleheaders for our freshmen, which we will combine from our 2 JV teams, and so they're going to get a lot of baseball played in the spring. And if you're able to put that many kids out, it's good for the kids. They get an activity that they get to partake in for the high school that they're participating in, and keeps them out of trouble a little bit, and then they
gets
also
them ready
learn.
for the summer too.
Absolutely, you bet.
Hey Pete, thanks a lot. Again, 4:30 and 6:30 at Corbett Field tomorrow. Minot High and Bismarck Century, their first conference games of the year. Grab the blanket, grab the extra coat or the earmuffs, that sort of thing, because you're going to play it if it's not raining and snowing and hailing and all that other stuff.
Yeah, that's one thing you can do with turf. So our JVs might get knocked out, but it's hard to knock a game out on turf. Well, thank you so much, Scotty K. Appreciate everything that you do for our athletes here in town and everything that you've done over the years, and it's enjoyable to get back on the show again.
Thank
you.
And I'll have you on sometime more down the road.
All right, thank you.
That is Pete Stenberg, the head baseball coach at Minot High. We're going to talk racing. The Nodak season, the Speedway, opens up next month. We'll talk to Brandon Beater when we come back on the Scotty K Show.
Cast presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Shields, Premier Chiropractic, First International Bank and Trust, Shots Crossroads, Sport Clips, Tires Plus, First Western Bank and Trust, the Minot Hockey Boosters, Roger Ward Moving and Storage, Clean Tech, the UPS Store, Magic City Inspections, Planet Pizza, Minot's Finest Collision Center, Subway, Century Eyewear, Qdoba, North Country Sportswear, Morelli's Distributing, Jersey Mike Subs, Pro Style Production DJ Services, and the Beaupre Law Firm.
At Jersey Mike's, we take great satisfaction in getting that perfect meat slice. Yes. But we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh. Because slice to order makes a sub above.
Looking for a great place to take the family before or after the game? Choose Spicy Pie. They offer a wide variety of menu items: pizza, grinders, wings, tacos, flatbread, and even desserts. Enjoy their 2 pizza slice special, 2 jumbo 1-topping slices, and a beverage for just $6.98 plus tax. Join them for Taco Thursday with discounts on all Mexican items and $1.50 tacos. And don't forget White Sauce Wednesdays with the first 10 dine-in or carry-out orders with a whole pie. Get a free bottle of white grinder sauce. Dine-in, takeout, and delivery. Kid-friendly. Spicy Pie, 1100 North Broadway in Beaver Ridge on Minot's North Hill.
And now back to the Spicy Pie for the Scotty K Show.
Well, welcome back here to the Scotty K Show live here from the Spicy Pie on this Wednesday night. I just do want to remind you we will take this show all the way through the end of April into May, about the second week in May, just before the state track meet, just so we can talk to some area coaches involving spring sports, be it golf, baseball, softball, soccer, whatever it is. Right now we're going to talk some racing. Brandon Beater with Darn TV and the Nodak Speedway joins me. We're less than a month away from opening up the season at the Playground of Power.
Yeah, it's the Playground of Power. The ground is already shaking. I'm not a Nick Hallberg. I can't do it as well as him.
No.
Yeah, less than a month away. We've been out there working on the racetrack. The machines have been moving. We moved about 2 feet of dirt off the north end of the racetrack, replaced it with new dirt. That's the project this spring. Next fall, we're going to replace the south end of the track, turns 1 and 2. So, yeah, my brother, my dad, and a couple of board members have been out there pretty regularly already getting the track ready.
Well, you know, and the question I want to ask you, and I read some minutes of it, and I know your brother Brock has been working hard with that. The situation with the track. I mean, your track is very good, don't get me wrong, and racers rave about it, but you do have a gravel problem, is what I understand.
Problem.
Or a rock problem.
Yeah, rock problem.
Okay.
So what it was is since the flood, and I'm not blaming the flood, and I'm not blaming any of the dirt that was moved during the flood, but since the flood, the dirt got turned over, and there may have been some extra dirt that got incorporated in. Over the time of moving dirt, rocks rise to the surface. So what we did is we went in and dug 2 feet down to remove all that rock, and we put non-rocky dirt in there.
Okay.
So we found some dirt on the fairgrounds itself, and we dug a hole, put that dirt on there, and we're filling that hole with the bad stuff.
Okay, so it's a project that's going to be an ongoing, but it's going to make your track better because
it's going to make it safer. Let's.
Okay.
I don't want to say better,
but safer.
Because every dirt is a funny thing.
Okay.
You add water to dirt, it makes mud. Everybody understands that. But when you're prepping a racetrack, dirt does weird things when you put race cars on it and different. You know, it's a fine line you walk. So I don't even know if this dirt's going to be better for racing or not.
Okay.
It's going to be safer.
It'll be safer for the drivers, and that's your number one goal, isn't it?
At 100%. I want the racers to go home safe every day, every night, and the fans. We had some rock issues in the stands last year. I think I had one fan that got hit with a rock up in the grandstands. I'm the Victory Lane announcer. I'm usually down front, and the rocks can get pretty bad as the cars go by as well. I think you've been down front before working with M&S Concessions, standing there, and it almost sounds like it's raining or it's hailing on the concrete there.
Exactly. Hey, you open up May 1st, is it?
May 1st.
Yep, that first Sunday in May. You're looking forward to it, aren't you?
I'm excited to get the summer going. I had to spend all winter with yourself and Nick Hallberg and everybody at PSP. we had an enjoyable winter broadcasting, but I'm ready for summer. I'm ready to put the shorts on, get outside, breathe in the nice fresh air, and have some fun. The economy is going to be interesting this year.
Yes, it is.
Because with gas prices, everything in the racing world has went up in price. It makes me nervous because I think people are going to have to choose where to spend their money. Hopefully they choose to come to the Nodak Speedway. We're not raising any ticket prices. We're keeping everything the same.
Okay.
If you want to get season tickets or season passes, go to racenodak.com. The information's on there. Contact one of our board members, and we'll get you them season passes. They will be on sale at the car show. We're having a car show.
Yeah, and that car show comes up at the end of this month, right?
April 23rd and 24th at the All Seasons, or the North Dakota State Fair Center. I always call it the All Seasons, but
I know.
North Dakota State Fair Center.
And that'll be an opportunity. You go out there and meet some of the racers and that sort of thing.
Racers, myself, everybody will be there. Not everybody. Our awards banquet is open to the public. We are doing our awards banquet Saturday the 23rd.
Okay.
At 5 p.m. is social, 6 p.m. we eat, and 7 p.m. the awards start. And that's open to anybody. I believe it's $25 to get in at the door.
And you're going to do that at the State Fair Center as well?
Yep, the State Fair, right next to the car show. The theater room is right next to what we will be doing that.
Okay, and again, that's open to the public, and you can get all that information on your website, that sort of thing. Anything new that you want to throw out that race fans might see this year?
Well, the flagman is now going to be a racer. My son, who was the flagman the last 2 years, as 12-year-old, 13-year-old.
He's a racer now.
Now he's 14. Now he's going to be behind the wheel.
So you're going back to flagging?
I am not. Oh. We actually have the assistant from last year, who actually was the head flagman kind of took time with Max back and forth.
Okay.
Jeff Barta is going to be the head flagman. I'm going to be up in the booth. I'm going to try to...
You and Nick?
Nick, myself, and Larry McFall, the legend. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Hey, again... Darn TV, and you're involved with Nodak a lot, but Brandon, I give you a chance now here on my show to kind of give us an idea of what Darn TV is all about, because it's not just Nodak that Darn TV is involved with as far as racing around the state of North Dakota, or even into the Canadian provinces.
Everywhere. So Darn TV started as something my mom put together way back in 2010-11. And she was going around and videoing races and putting them on YouTube. Well, unfortunately, my mom passed away in 2012. I had some of her equipment sitting around, and I had some connections with some guys in Iowa and Minnesota that taught me how to do the video broadcasting thing. Basically, I'm self-taught. I learned from them. And it started, I wanted my wife to broadcast while I went to the racetrack and raced. That was the whole plan.
That didn't work out that way.
It did not work out that way. Darn TV took off. The racetracks embraced it. We broadcast the races from Minot, Nodak Speedway here in Minot, Williston Basin Speedway, Southwest Speedway in Dickinson, Estevan Motor Speedway in Estevan. I do Devil's Lake. We even do some events in Bottineau, Underwood. I've had the enjoyment of going all the way to Kansas. I've done some events in Kansas, some racing events. I've also done some events in Iowa. I've been a part of a lot of racing events down there on the broadcast side. And it's opened up a lot of doors and opportunities for different events. And what people maybe don't understand, it's a pay-per-view service. So it's $20 to watch, but 30% of that goes to the racetracks, goes directly to the racetracks. And so Darn TV is paying the racetracks for the broadcasting, so they get a kickback from myself. Plus, I sponsor events throughout the summer,
right?
And give money back to the racers is what the goal is there. I try to do events for the racers so they have a chance to make their money back as well.
Brandon, did you ever think that would get that big when you first started this?
I didn't.
Did you ever think that your lovely wife was going to say, no, I'm not doing this? Although she does do a heck of a lot of work for you.
She does a lot.
Sorry, Jenny, if you're listening.
She goes, who is there another wife out there would take a broadcast equipment all the way 3 hours to Dickinson and broadcast a race? I mean, I'm so lucky to have her because it's so hard to find people to do that stuff. You and I this winter, we kind of battled back and forth. Yep. I was in the gyms with you. I was at home or I was in my office monitoring broadcasts for you. It's so hard to find people to go do that stuff. So when you have, my brother's been a huge help. He's out there doing broadcasting races. I got my wife. And now I'm guessing I'm going to be shorthanded enough. My daughter maybe even be involved in.
Are you listening, Peyton?
She's at work. She had to get a real job.
Okay. But the thing about it is, and it goes back to the original thing I wanted to say. Did you ever think this would get that big? And I knew what the answer would be because it's the same thing I asked Nick with PSP Network. Did you ever think it would ever go where it is now? And he says, not in my wildest dreams.
Nick and we had a lot of conversations when Darn TV was in its infant stages because I knew Nick was doing this stuff, and we kind of made a handshake agreement at that point that I was going to stay out of the high school sports and he was going to do the high school sports. I myself was going to be more in the pay-per-view business because the high school sports is more of it's a salesman's game. You want to go out and sell advertising, and that's not who I am. I'm not a salesman. I don't go out and sell. But if you want something broadcasted, it can be something as little as a wedding or a prom or whatever. I can get it done, but selling advertisement is not my cup of tea.
All right, you started out in racing.
Then went to sports with basketball with you guys.
Yeah, and then you came back and worked with us with PSP, which I understand we used some of your equipment through all the last couple of years, but you had the opportunity last weekend to go to Stanley, the great community of Stanley, and do a little rodeo. How was that?
It's eye-opener. I've never been to a rodeo. I've never taken in, maybe as a kid my parents took me, but it was about 10 years ago I took my daughter to a rodeo, and she got sick. The allergies got her. So then we ended up taking her and getting tested, and we found all the stuff she was allergic to. And we haven't been back to a rodeo since. So when the Abrahamson Rodeo Company, they actually work for me at my day job, New Vera Environmental Solutions. They actually work for me. They drive truck for me. They've been hounding me for 2 years. We need you to broadcast a rodeo. I'm like, man, a rodeo? I don't know anything about a rodeo. Well, as I said earlier, I can broadcast anything. Whatever you want me to broadcast, I can go do it. And we had a lot of fun. I had the chance to meet a lot of new people. There's
probably opened some doors for you.
Ton of opportunities. If you wanna announce a rodeo, I bet I can get you in. Have you ever done a rodeo?
No. Never done a rodeo, but I didn't do wrestling up to this year.
Yeah, I mean,
got through that.
There's something new every day.
You bet. But no, but it's a great opportunity, and I can remember talking to your daughter and your wife and your son up at the bowling alley one day at a birthday party, and they said it was the week before, or it was a Thursday before and I asked Peyton if your daughter, if she was going to go up and help Daddy. She says, nope, I can't. I got allergies.
Yeah. And I found out that I probably had some allergies, too. On Sunday morning, I woke up pretty rough. The chest was hurting there a little bit, and my eyes were all bloodshot, so maybe I have a tish of allergies, too.
And the other thing is you have reached out to me a little bit. I know you're doing some things for Jeff Craig at North Hill Bowl. There might be some bowling in the future of Darn TV.
Well, for those that don't know, my kids are big bowlers.
I know.
Huge bowlers. Each of them have, my daughter's 16 and my son's 14. Both of them have had 300 games at this point of their lives. Something
I've never done.
I've never done it. So I just wanted to take the opportunity, talking to the Craigs up there. How cool would it be to have some high school bowling on PSP Network or even Darn TV? I'm not particular what network it goes on.
I understand what you're saying.
And I just think giving the high school kids some exposure during their season would be huge. Their season is in the fall. It's kind of in that leg between maybe football and basketball that we could go do some of this stuff, and I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, and I know, and the reason I brought it up is that he came to me during the basketball season. He says, took some old VCRs that Jeff Craig had from some of the Maury Anderson memorial tournaments that they had in the past, and he sends me a text with this bright yellow shirt on saying, now I've seen it all.
I've seen it all.
Scotty K doing bowling.
That's exactly what I said when I seen it. I'm like, I didn't know he did bowling. He does it all.
Yeah, and he asked me if I'd help him out, and I said, you bet. I'll do a little bit of bowling.
Yeah, I actually digitized all them for the Craigs or for the bowling alley. They're on the Darn TV YouTube page if you want to go back in the archives.
I might take a
Darn
look at
TV
that.
YouTube page. I think I have 5 or 6 of them up there. There's still some more. I haven't got all done yet. But just helping them out. Because some of that stuff, if you have it as a CD or disc, you might lose track of it. Or if it's digitized in the YouTube world, I think it'll be there forever.
Well, Brandon, thanks a lot for stopping again. NODAC opens up May 1st. You can get all the information you want on the on the website. And again, I think it's great because of where we're sitting economically with gas prices, that sort of thing. I think it's super for NODAC to say, hey, we're just going to leave the prices where they are because, you know what, it could be hit and miss this summer. We really don't know what's going to happen.
We don't have a clue. The racers have asked for a purse increase. The fuel prices to put in our tractors and our equipment to prep the track have went up. We chose to leave everything alone. We don't want to mess with anything. Hopefully the people still come out and enjoy races on Sunday night.
Well, and hopefully we find, as a country, and this is just my personal opinion, find a way to get those prices down.
Well, I'm out in the trucking industry in the oil field, and I try to do that every day.
I know.
Be efficient and get them oil prices down.
I think deep down that's what I'm saying. Hey, let's go let them pump some oil out here in the western part of North Dakota. Hey, we'll stay in contact. We'll and do some more racing stuff. Maybe get some of your racers on this show maybe before the end of this show, that sort of thing. Brandon, thank you for everything you've done for us here at PSP. And if you need any help at Darn TV, let me know.
Yeah, I will do. We may be starting our own little Dirt Weekly podcast, so maybe we'll have you come on ours.
Okay, not a problem. Hey, thanks. That's Brandon Beater from Darn TV, also NODAC Speedway. Again, they open up on May 1st. It will be opening day at the NODAC Speedway again. You can get all the information on race dates, that sort of thing, and all the promotions they're doing just going to their website. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us. I know Nick was on the technical end of it back. I wish him and his family a speedy recovery. They've been under the weather for a little bit this week. Mick, Paige, and Ike, I hope you feel better in the next couple of days and get back to a little bit of normalcy. Again, we'll be here again next week. Remember, the pizza of the month is the honey mustard chicken. You'll get some chicken, you'll get some bacon, some honey mustard seasoning, along with tomatoes. And again, tacos and tunes, which goes every Thursday during the summer here at Spicy Pie, is coming your way, hopefully, weather permitting, the first week in May. Thank you for joining us. Thanks to all my guests tonight, and we'll talk to you again next week. It's the Scotty K Show, live from the Spicy Pie.
Of the PSP Network. Thank you for joining us for the Scotty K Show. Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms. PSP Network, it's game day.
We raise the bar on bar food with sandwiches, tenders, and there's more where this came from. To the greatest of all times, Buffalo Wild Wings.
BNC has been here for over 25 years.
We're still a community bank that's there for you.
When you come in with your business plan, your vision, your idea, we can make it a reality.
I love seeing projects come alive for our clients.
We're real people helping real people.
We know you, and we're always happy to see you.
We build relationships.
You're part of the BNC family.
We are part of the community.
It's what we're built on.
Yours truly, BNC.
With 26 flavors, got a sauce for every squad. Don't drip on the drip. The greatest of all times. Buffalo Wild Wings.